Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. This time, we're going to be taking a look at Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Ooh, yeah, classic.
Yeah, it's one of those books I feel like everybody has heard of, but how many people have actually read it?
Yeah, I think that's right.
So we're going to do a deep dive into it and really try to break down what it says, and specifically what it recommends for achieving financial freedom.
That's an interesting way to put it because it's not like a typical how-to book, is it?
No, not at all.
It's more about this kind of like mental shift
Yeah,
around money.
right. And it all starts with this kind of unique premise of Robert Kiyosaki having two dads,
Right.
one rich and one not so much.
Right.
And so they had kind of completely different views on money.
Yeah, and that really set the stage for his perspective.
Right. One dad believed the classic, the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah,
And the other dad said the lack of money is the root of all evil.
right.
So already, right from the beginning, we're challenging conventional wisdom.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like how to budget or how to save pennies. It's about understanding
Yeah.
the fundamental principles
Yeah.
of
That's
wealth
the-
building.
And one of the most fundamental things is distinguishing between assets and liabilities.
Yes, this is the thing that everybody talks about.
Yeah.
That assets put money in your pocket.
Yeah.
Liabilities take money out.
And it's such a simple concept, but it's so powerful when you reframe your thinking around that.
Yeah, and what's not often mentioned, I think, is how it changes your cash flow.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like you can think of your finances as a river,
Okay.
and the assets are tributaries that are feeding that river
Oh, I like that.
and making it bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
And then liabilities are leaks.
Yeah, they're sucking it out.
They're
man.
taking it away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just about acquiring assets. It's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
building that system
Yeah.
where your money is,
Yeah,
flowing and growing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That leads us to another key idea, which is mind your own business.
Okay, so we're not all going to become entrepreneurs, right?
Right.
What does minding your own business really mean?
Well, it's about having
Yeah,
your money work for you while you're sleeping.
right.
He contrasts it with working for someone else,
Right.
which of course your job is important,
Yeah.
but you're ultimately contributing to somebody else's asset column.
So it's not about demonizing work. It's about
Right.
understanding
Yeah.
the big picture.
The big picture.
You can have a job, but you also should be actively building something
Yeah.
that provides income regardless of
Right.
your time and effort.
Exactly. And it could take many forms. Rich Dad, Poor Dad talks about real estate, businesses,
Yeah.
stocks, bonds, intellectual property.
So if we're following Rich Dad, Poor Dad's roadmap,
Mm.
step one is understand this difference between assets and liabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Step two is start building your asset column.
Right.
What about the mental and emotional side of this?
Oh, yeah.
Because building wealth could be intimidating.
It can be. That's absolutely something Rich Dad, Poor Dad addresses.
Right.
Those internal roadblocks
Yeah.
that prevent people
Yeah.
from actually achieving financial freedom.
Fear, laziness, even arrogance.
Right. And he gives a lot of powerful anecdotes to illustrate this point.
Well, the one that always comes to mind is Colonel Sanders
Oh, yeah.
and his 1,009 rejections
Right.
before he found somebody to take his fried chicken recipe.
Yeah. It just shows the importance of resilience and perseverance.
Right. He even frames fear as a choice.
Oh, interesting.
He says, when you come across a financial challenge, you can ask yourself, is working harder at this the best solution?
Ooh.
It encourages you to think outside the box and be creative and maybe find
Yeah.
a solution instead of just reacting out of fear.
And that's where financial education comes in. Rich Dad, Poor Dad
Yeah.
is very strong on that.
Yeah.
Continuously develop your financial intelligence.
Yeah. This is where Kiyosaki's own experiences really shine through because he talks about going to this
Right.
real estate seminar that cost him like $385.
Right.
And he thought it was so expensive and he ended up making millions of dollars from it.
Right.
So,
Right. The point is that investing in your knowledge can have exponential returns.
yeah, so we've got shift your mindset, understand assets versus liabilities,
Mm.
build your own asset column,
Yeah.
continuously develop your financial intelligence.
Yeah.
How do we put this into practice?
Mm.
Does Rich Dad, Poor Dad give us any actions?
It does. And one of the most powerful is this idea of paying yourself first,
Now, this might sound kind of counterintuitive.
especially when you're just starting out.
Right, especially if you're struggling to make ends meet.
But the point of paying yourself first is
Yeah,
it's not about being selfish. It's about prioritizing
right.
your financial future.
Okay.
And he says that you should set aside money for your asset column before you pay your bills
Really?
because it creates this internal pressure to find new income streams.
So you're forcing yourself to be resourceful.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like that money's already gone.
Right. Right.
So I better figure out
Right.
how to cover the rest of this.
Exactly. And over time, this can lead to greater financial stability.
So it's about building that system where your money works for you.
Right. Not the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So paying yourself first, that's a key strategy for building wealth.
Yeah.
Are there other actionable recommendations that Rich Dad, Poor Dad offers?
Yeah, a lot of them. And one that comes to mind is overcoming the limitations of working for money.
Right.
He really stresses having money work for you.
This is where he uses that water pipeline analogy, right?
Exactly.
You can either spend all your life, hauling buckets of water,
Right.
which is like working for money,
Yeah.
or you can build a pipeline that just delivers water to you effortlessly,
Right. Mm-hmm.
which is passive income from your assets.
Exactly. And for you, the listener, this is where it really connects to that desire for freedom. Right. Because if you can build that pipeline, that stream of passive income, that's what liberates you from the rat race.
Okay, so we've covered kind of the philosophical underpinnings, the mindset shifts,
Yeah.
some key strategies.
Yeah.
But where do we actually start? Like, does he give us actual starting points?
He does. And they're actually pretty simple.
Okay.
One is just continuous learning.
Okay.
Go to seminars, read books on finance and investing, find mentors who have already achieved success in areas that you're interested in.
And he also stresses starting small.
Right.
You don't need to be a millionaire to start building your asset column.
You just got to start. He even talks about making lots of offers,
Yeah.
even if they seem low, because you never know what a seller might accept. It's about being proactive and taking calculated risks.
He tells the story about buying this really run-down house
Right.
for a bargain price, fixing it up, and then selling it for a profit.
Right.
It's like spotting those opportunities
Yeah.
that other people might miss.
Yeah, one thing he really stresses, too, is understanding the legal and tax implications of investing.
Right.
Get a good accountant, a good lawyer.
Okay, so there's a lot to digest here. So to kind of summarize, I guess what we've learned from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is,
Yeah.
number one, understand the difference between assets and liabilities and build that asset column.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, develop your financial intelligence.
Yeah.
Read, learn, find mentors.
Yeah.
Go to seminars.
Exactly.
Just constantly be expanding that knowledge base.
Right.
Number three, overcome those internal roadblocks.
Yeah.
The fear and laziness.
Right.
Remember Colonel Sanders
Yeah.
and his fried chicken empire?
A testament to resilience
Yeah.
and perseverance.
And then finally take action.
Yeah.
Start small, make offers.
Right.
Just never stop learning and growing.
Yeah, and it goes even beyond that. Like he talks about overcoming arrogance and being open to learning from mistakes.
Right.
Because you're not going to get it right all the time, and every failure is a chance to learn and improve.
And he also talks about mastering the skill of selling.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're not in sales,
Right.
being able to communicate effectively and persuade others,
Right.
that's going to be critical in any area of life.
Yeah.
Especially
when it comes to building wealth.
building wealth. Yeah. Talks about finding heroes.
Oh, yeah.
People who are already successful in your areas of interest and study their strategies.
Right.
He's also a big advocate for giving back.
Yeah.
It's not just about accumulating wealth.
Right.
It's about using it.
To make a difference.
Yeah, to make a difference in the world.
Absolutely.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It definitely challenges, I think, a lot of conventional thinking about money and success.
It does, yeah.
It's not just about working hard. It's about working smart
Right.
and leveraging your financial intelligence
Exactly.
to kind of create a life of freedom and abundance.
And the really important takeaway is that it's attainable for anyone who's willing to learn, take action, and persevere.
And yeah, I think that's one of the things that I really appreciate about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is it's not about these complicated
Right.
financial strategies.
Right.
It's really about just shifting your mindset and developing
Yeah.
the right habits.
The right habits.
It's about understanding the rules of the game
Mm-hmm.
and playing to win.
And playing to win. Yeah. And he doesn't really sugarcoat the challenges.
Right.
But he makes it clear that it is within reach
Yeah.
for anyone who's willing to put in the work.
Yeah, and I think one of the most important points he drives home is that you have to take control of your financial destiny.
Right.
You can't let fear or the opinions of others hold you back
Right.
from pursuing those dreams.
And it's almost like he's giving you permission to break free from that traditional script
Right.
of go to school, get a good job, work for 40 years, and then retire.
Yeah.
He's saying,
Yeah.
hey, there might be a better path out there,
A more fulfilling path.
a more fulfilling path. Yeah, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is all about thinking differently,
Mm-hmm.
questioning those assumptions,
Yeah.
and creating your own path,
Your own unique path.
your own unique path to financial freedom.
Okay, so we've explored Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Right.
We've kind of gone through all the principles and even extracted some actionable advice.
Yeah,
But what does this all mean for you, the listener?
right.
How can you apply these principles to build your own path?
It starts with a commitment to learning
Okay.
and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone.
Right.
I would say a good first step is just assess your current financial situation.
Yeah.
Where are your assets? Where are your liabilities?
Right.
What changes can you make today to shift your cash flow in a positive direction?
And remember, he talks about finding those resources
Right,
that resonate with you, whether it's books or seminars, mentors.
right.
Don't be afraid to experiment,
Yeah.
try new things, and learn from your mistakes along the way.
And it's important to remember that it's not just about the numbers.
Yeah.
It's about the freedom to live life on your terms, to pursue your passions,
Right.
and to make a positive impact on the world.
So Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's more than just a financial guide.
Right.
It's kind of a call to action,
Yeah.
a challenge to take control of your financial destiny and create a life of abundance and meaning.
Yeah, as you embark on this journey, remember that you don't have to go it alone.
Right.
There's a whole community of like-minded individuals out there
Oh, yeah.
who are striving for financial freedom. Connect with others, share your knowledge, and support each other along the way.
The power of community can be really powerful.
It can be, yeah.
Well, we hope this deep dive into Rich Dad, Poor Dad has given you the inspiration and the tools to start building your own path to financial freedom.
Right. It does require effort and commitment,
Yeah.
but the rewards are worth it.
Yeah. Both financially and personally.
Absolutely. And as you move forward, here's one final thought to ponder. How can you use your unique talents and passions to create a business or investment that not only generates income, but also makes a positive contribution to the world?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, think about that one.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
He's saying, like, you don't have to follow the traditional path
Right.
of, go to school, get a good job, work till you're 65, and then
Then you're free.
you're free.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying there might be a better path out there.
Yeah, a more fulfilling one.
More fulfilling one. Yeah. And so Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I think encourages you to think differently,
Absolutely.
to question those assumptions, and to create your own
Right.
path to financial freedom.
Your own unique path. Yeah, it's all about taking ownership
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
your financial future.
So we've explored Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We've kind of gone through the main principles, extracted some actionable advice. But what does this all mean for you, the listener? How can you apply these principles to build your own path to financial freedom?
Well, it starts with a commitment to learning and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone.
Okay.
And I think a good first step is to just assess your current financial situation.
Yeah.
Where are your assets? Where are your liabilities? What changes can you make today to shift that cash flow?
Yeah. And remember, he talks about finding those resources that resonate with you,
Right.
whether it's books or seminars or mentors.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to experiment, try new things, and learn from your mistakes along the way.
Absolutely. And it's also important to remember that it's not just about the numbers.
Yeah.
It's about the freedom to live life on your terms,
Right.
to pursue your passions, to make a positive impact
Right.
on the world.
Yeah. It's about aligning your financial goals with your values
Right.
and aspirations.
Absolutely.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's more than just a financial guide. It's kind of like a call to action.
Yeah.
It's challenging you to take control of your financial destiny and create a life, full of abundance and meaning.
Exactly. And as you embark on this journey, remember that you're not alone.
Yeah.
There's a whole community of like-minded individuals out there who are also striving for this.
Yeah.
Connect with other people, share your knowledge, support each other along the way.
Yeah. The power of community can be so valuable.
It can, yeah.
Well, we hope this deep dive into Rich Dad, Poor Dad has given you the inspiration and the tools to start building your own path to financial freedom.
It's a journey that requires effort and commitment,
Yeah,
but the rewards, both financial and personal, are worth it.
they are. And as you move forward, one final thought to ponder.
Okay.
How can you use your unique talents and passions to create a business or an investment that not only generates income, but also make a positive contribution to the world?
That's a great one to leave them with.
Yeah, The possibilities are truly endless.
They are.